Good evening and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am coming to you with a completed album. I went with my family to Disney in 2021 in June, and since then have scrapbooked our entire trip in 8 different albums. So don't worry, this is not going to be an 8 album video share. I've decided to break them up into each album, and then I'll just title the video. So I'm just going to kind of go through them and basically talk about how I created them, but just generally, not in detail, because I don't want you all to be here for 2 days, just on one book. So this, if you couldn't tell, is from Animal Kingdom. I also have the beginning of our trip, and I believe, yes, Disney Springs. So that was our very first night we were there. We went to Disney Springs, and then the next day was our first full day at the parks, and we went to Animal Kingdom. So this will incorporate those things, and here we go. Hopefully, I'm going to stand up and make sure that you all can see okay. Okay, so you should be able to see, and hopefully it's not too bad of a glare. This is my cover page. A lot of these I did layout shares. Well, every page got a layout share. I did not do a whole lot of process videos with these because I just recently learned how to do editing so that my process videos don't take 45 minutes. So this is my cover page. This picture came from the internet. I really wanted a cover page just to begin the entire trip, really, and we didn't see a lot of characters, so I used a lot of the stickers that I got from Disney World in 2013. I used a lot of Sandy Lion, Echo Park. These are mine and my husband's cards. We didn't use them because we had the bands, but I went ahead and put those in the book. And I also have these little red chips, or bingo chips, and you'll see those not as much in this book, but all of Magic Kingdom's layouts have one of those Disney chips. My family used to play Disney bingo, and when my kids were little, so I have those. And then I made some shaker pockets. This is just a little cheat one with this little pre-made pocket that I got from, I think it's probably Sandy Lion or one of those. This is my double spread for the beginning of Disney Springs, and I'm going to check again and make sure it's still all in there. Okay. Sorry. This is my first real, share like this. This is actually Nursery paper that my sister bought me when my son was born 12 years ago. And these are the florals I didn't use a lot of. And so I have quite a bit of it left. It's like some kind of mother, grandma something's nursery. So I just added all these pictures of us on the bus. This is when we first got on the bus. And then the bus driver got on and said, you have to wear your mask. So, oops, we put them on real quick. And this one is just the picture of the sign at our hotel and everything. Like almost every single bit of this except the embellishments are from that Nursery paper. So it just goes to show you do not have to have Disney paper to scrapbook Disney. I got a Sandy Lion kit from Hobby Lobby, and I cut out these Mickey heads with one of the little die cuts. These are the shirts that I made my family. This is one of the other die cuts that I had. I used, this came from Michael, so I'm guessing it's Recollections. I did try and journal as much as I needed to. The T-Rex, I did some paper tearing, used some washi. It'll be interesting to see. This is one of the very first books that I did. And so it'll be interesting to see how things like washi and stickers that I knew were old, how they have held up over the last few months. Then we never went into the Lego store because the line was long to get in. So I have these Lego pictures. This is a background paper. I never knew how to use this, and this is like exactly like the dragon that's in there in the water that they built out of Legos. My daughter took this picture in front of this, the rainbow hands. We were there in June, and so there was rainbows everywhere, and I loved it, and I really love this. I really love this page. This is American Crafts. This is Park Lane, black and white. These are just scraps that I cut. This is actually the piece of paper that you get in the front of your paper pad. I think it came from Target. All of these embellishments are also from American Crafts stickers. My son got a Grogu thing that sits on your shoulder, and so I have all of these stickers, and then I know this is Yoda, if you can see that, but this is paper I got from Cricut, and here's some washi I got from Amazon. And these are not scrapbook safe, so I try not to put them on any pictures. I did do that a couple of times, even after I made a point of saying that I was going to do that. So I try to be really careful. This is like this old set of letters that I got years ago when I worked at Target, and that was in 2006 is last year I was there, so yeah, those are old. So I made this out of that, and I love the way this page turned out. It's so cute. I'm so humble. This is the beginning of my mixed media trials. This is acrylic paint that I just took on a paintbrush and like flicked on the paper. This is right before we left Disney Springs, and they had live music, and so I just put some stickers on there and stuff. I feel like I watched myself progress in my scrapbooking from even these pages. Now this first page was one of the most recent ones I did, but the rest of these were early on. Well, you know, in late June and early July. I started scrapbooking right before we left. I did a few pages of like pre-things, the shirts, surprising our kids and stuff. And I do have pages for that. So here's day one at Animal Kingdom. A lot of Echo Park in here. I had just gotten this from a friend of mine, so I used a lot of Echo Park. This cheetah print came from actually a Christmas Recollections paper pad. These are old, I think, Creative Memories stickers that I've had for a long time. This is Echo Park Ephemera. This came from a 6x6 Echo Park book. I just loved all of these. Papers. I used a lot of the paper pad, the 6x6 paper pad in the beginning. Like I had just gotten a one set of the 12x12 kit and two 6x and an ephemera pack from a friend in the mail, so I just was like using all of that. There's our penny from Animal Kingdom. I did a little bit. I just got my alcohol inks, so I was experimenting with the alcohol inks on some gessoed paper. Here I was just doing it on regular paper that was not gessoed. I made a little frame for these little mole rats or naked rats or something. I even put an S word on there, which is not my thing. I was experimenting with some layering here. These American Craft stickers are actually staying on good. I don't even think I glued those. Yay! This washi was something else I was worried about. This is from, I think, Hobby Lobby Paper Studios, and it's really thin and it's hard to ink it down, but it looks like to be staying very well as well. This is also from the same alcohol ink set. It was a stamp, and I don't do a lot of stamping because I'm no good at it. Here's my map page. I make one of these for every park we go to, and then I put little pictures around that are kind of in those areas. I love doing that. It's kind of just like a snapshot of all the fun stuff. And this is as we first walked into the park, some little snapshots of the scenery and things. These came from my Disney stickers. This was an American Crafts cut apart. I use these animal print hearts because I somehow have 3 sheets of those, and I don't know how I ended up with so many of them, but I was trying really hard, and they're Sticko brand, and I thought this is the perfect time to try to use as many of these up, so I put those on quite a few of these pages. This is that Nursery paper again, so is this one. and lots of layers. This page is one of my favorites. Like, I love this spread. I built this tree on my Cricut and then made another one so that I could have the trunk of the tree was one shade, and then the background of it was like the shadowing, and then the top of the tree, because when you cut it, it's all one thing, and then a backdrop. And I wanted 4 colors. So I cut them twice and then cut this across here where the wood ends, and then matted them that way. And just tucked stickers, lots and lots of stickers of different animals in the tree. Originally I started with just birds, and then I thought, nope, all the animals are carved in the tree of life, so I obviously couldn't do that. So somebody actually took a picture of us. I'm actually in a non-selfie picture. This is the only one. Let's see, of the group that I'm in. So then I made this with just some simple layering. I really wanted the focal point to be this picture because on this page it was more the tree. So I used just some simple layering here with these 4.5 by 6.5 cards, pre-mats, and used some Tim Holtz phrases and cut this. It had another baby hanging down here. Well, we only have 2, so I did need that. So you got to make it work for you. Out foraging. These papers I loved, and I bought them on purpose, specifically for doing this. And my plan was for this matching page to have this paper, and then I forgot, and I used it on, I think, the gorilla page. So I kind of I printed things, and then I realized I didn't print everything and had to go back, and so. But I did lots of layering, and I thought outside the box a little bit in some places. This page is a little busy, but it has all the different animals. This is not supposed to be like that. The R does not belong there. So see, here's my first boo-boo I found. Or not boo-boo, but you know, something that didn't stick. I'll have to go back and fix that later. I won't make you all watch me fix things. This is when we went to the Navi River. I was like, what was that thing called again? And we had such a good time. It was so neat. All the scenery was really cool. This is Echo Park. This paper is some ombre paper from Recollections. And I had all these little weird stickers of these weird little things. They're not like frogs or lizards. They're like weird little alien looking things. So I thought this was a good page to use a lot of those. Pop some stuff up on foam, starting to get a little bit more creative. I love this page. I saw something like this on maybe Facebook, or maybe, I don't know. I look at so many things now, and I loved it so much, and I had this paper. So I decided this was the perfect thing for the Kilimanjaro Safari. So I cut them all in triangles, and then I put a bunch of different stickers down on there, and some brads and eyelets and things all around. And I just love how this turned out. And just use some of the pre-cut 6 by, I think it's 6.25 by 4.25 or 6.5 by 4.5. This was pre-printed paper. I have these pre-cut dies that I use. Here's some washi, still staying down, yay. Journaled about the Kilimanjaro Safari. Here's more of that nursery paper. This actually, all of this is the nursery paper. Every layer except the solids. I fussy cut some of the animals out and tucked them around. This is from one of the Echo Park things. I think this might have been one of the 6 by 6 cut aparts. I did some jagged tears and inked the sides. I'm not kidding, guys. You can see the evolution of my scrapbooking. And then I popped some stuff up on foam. This little tag, today was a fun day. This is for the rhinoceros. Look, that sounded weird. I had to glue these down initially already because these did not stick the day I bought them. But it's shiny silver and it's really pretty, and I did not want to lose them. So that's Recollections brand. The elephants. All of this is Echo Park, whether it's 6 by 6 or from the paper pad. This is from Echo Park Ephemera Pack. These cute little elephant, and it's the same as this brand. And then I had these little Mickey buttons from either 2007 or 2013 when we went. So I tried to use those in different places. Same here. This is from the paper pad. This is from the 6x6 paper pad. So is that. I was using up some scraps here, pulled in some little tags, cut these little baby pictures. I learned how to do these miniature pictures or the smaller size pictures on Project Life app, and then had them printed. And I love that made my 1,300 pictures be narrowed down to like 7 something. This is more of the Kilimanjaro Safari. This is the zebras and just some other extra animals. And this is a little crazy, but I had all of these flamingos, and they always are in a bunch. So I just thought that I would tuck them in. And just, cut some of these turtles off. Like this is one sticker. And so, and then the hippopotamus, one of these is my picture and one is my daughter's. And some interesting journaling. I think that this was a layout, or no, this was maybe something, a sketch I had seen someone do, and instead of using cut circles, I traced circles. I think maybe State Goddess had done a page like this, and I was following very similarly to hers. Not nearly as good, of course, but, and I don't know how I feel about the circles drawn anymore, but when I did this a couple months ago, I really liked it, and I don't not like it. So anyway, and then here's Gorilla Falls, and see, here's that paper, and so I knew there was a matching page, and so I gutted this is the background paper. I gutted this so I could use it for the matching page, and then I used it on the otter. So I don't have it. That's okay. So this is from Gorilla Falls, and some really cute pictures of the gorillas, and my husband was taunting the gorilla up there, and then my family did the little standing with the gorilla to see how you compare. And I put the map information on as many pages as they had any map details. And starting to use some bling bling. Most likely these are from Park Lane. And this were cut out of my Cricut. These are vinyl things, and I hate how they are not all the way down right there. This said growing pains, and I just cut the panes off. Although I'm sure they have growing pains too. Then we went to a bird show, and so I did this 2-page spread to flip-flop. And so this is the inside of this paper, and this is the inside of this paper. I like to stretch my materials, but also use my materials. I'm determined to use all these things that I have been tucked away and holding on to for years. I mean, almost 2 decades of things, and I need to use them. So, because they look much nicer right here than they do in a drawer. So, I got all of these. I matted everything on brown and green, and then brought in, like, the bird here was picking up this water bottle and put it in the recycle bin. So I used this recycling sticker, and this little sticker down here says wise guy. And then I journaled around the page like this. I don't always do that. It's kind of different, and you don't necessarily want somebody to like having to turn the whole book to read what you wrote, but I just felt like it was the best way to journal on here. And then I came in later and made a second page and thought, well, I could have put a journaling thing here because there's all this empty space, but when you don't do it all in order. And here's some stickles and some more washi and a little bit of journaling. This page is thick, thick, thick. Okay, so here is more experimenting with the alcohol inks. I got really, really into using them and experimenting with them. I refused to watch videos. I wanted to just play with them myself. So I made this, sprayed it with water so it's real stiff, because I matted it on another piece of paper because it was wonky. And I know after a while, I mean, it's already flattened out a lot being in here. So this is from the Cali River Rapids. This is a picture I took, and I just cut that out. And then I matted these up and popped this one up on foam, so it gave it some more dimension. This is the before and after. And I love this paper. I love how it turned out. I made that. And then we went over to hang out with the Yeti at Expedition Everest. I cut this out on my Cricut and then had it drawn as well, because I can't do that. This paper I used twice, half of it on here and half on another page, and then just matted these pictures. And then here is another of the same paper. I had two of them. And so this had the Yeti foot. This is the sign. I just fussy cut that and then put it up on foam like it was hanging off the top of my paper. And then every ride and thing that we did, we took a family selfie. So I make that the predominant thing in every beginning of the like event or whatever. And then there's my photo pass picture that we didn't pay for. We just took a picture from the screen. And there's a picture that I took of Expedition Everest. And the little choo-choo train tracks. I used a lot of stuff out of like my kids' stash, like for little kids and stuff, because my kids aren't so little anymore. And then the diorama. This was a tutorial on scrapbooking with Anne-Marie, and I loved it. And I thought, I'm going to do this a lot with the different pages. And I never did it again because I got so caught up with other sketches and things that she'd had and other people and just kind of randomly doing things. This is Father's Day lunch at the Restaurantosaurus. So here's a picture of the restaurant. I have the receipt in here because I made a pocket behind this picture. There's the little tag from the map. And then this is a half, I used this whole piece, but then I matted this brown over here. And then I made this movie reel on my Cricut so it would fit these pictures of my husband. Here's the cupcake, here's him opening it, here's his first bite, and there's his green mustache. And then this nom nom, which I thought was hysterical. Put some little dinosaurs on here and a cupcake. And then this is from the going into the ride for Dinosaur. And I made this kind of the focal point, but I thought these pictures were hysterical and had these dinosaurs. Actually, I think I set these aside for my fall break because a couple, I don't know, 5 years ago we went to Dinosaur World, and I think I bought these for those, but I hadn't scrapbooked them yet, and I needed some dinosaurs, so ta-da! So I got some pretty cool pictures and used some more washi. And here's some more, and then I had to make another page. This is towards the end because my husband found that he could get the PhotoPass pictures, and I just screenshot them on my phone from the Disney app. And so it's got PhotoPass written across it. I don't care. You can still see our faces, which is hysterical to me. Put some more dinosaurs on here, and one of these new stickers that I found, they're Mambi, and when you peel it away, you still have the words. So I now have Today Was Great that I can use on another page. This was another tutorial from Scrapbooking with Anne-Marie, and I love this. And this is my pride and joy. This is my trash cans, and this is my trash. These are little pieces of black, brown, tan, ivory papers that were too small to keep. So I decided that I would tear them up and glue them down. They're on a piece of orange paper because orange is not my thing, and neither is hot pink. I don't use a lot of those, but they seem to be like in bulk in my stash, probably because I don't use them. And when you buy sets of paper, like loose, paper, they usually have, hot pink and orange. So I just put a bunch of glue down and stuck all these little pieces of torn paper, and then made a banner, put this matting down, and then matted all of the trash cans from Animal Kingdom in the different places, like the main trash can. And this is from Harambe, which is the, Africa, and then Asia. I think I might be getting these wrong, but I think that's right. Africa, Asia, and then this is from Dinosaur Land. And then I just wrote a little journaling piece down here about how one of the YouTubers that I watch documents and scraps about the trash cans, so it was kind of like a nod to her. And then I posted this picture on Instagram, and I tagged her, and she responded and said she loved it. And that made my day. So, and then I screenshot that, and you will, if you watch my videos, see that in an upcoming video. So, you know, I'm just extra. And then that night we went to Whispering Canyon Cafe for our our Father's Day dinner. Good gravy. My husband and my son were tired. My daughter and I were being crazy and acting silly. This is a map that I screenshot from Disney's website, or from the Disney app. And this is Woodland something. It's a paper pad from Paper Studios. That's a lot to say. And I just used it today on Woodland Retreat, I think is what it's called. And so I used a lot of that. I fussy cut this out and put it on black and then popped it up on foam. These are actually, this is a ribbon. This is washi. I journaled around the outside. And then I made a second page of just some of the scenery in the building, in this resort, which is gorgeous. And then this is the menu that incorporated what my husband and I got. My kids got like macaroni and cheese and chicken fingers or something crazy like that. Oh, see, it's on here. Dinner pig, dinner platter, that's sad, mac and cheese and chicken tenders. So, you know, so here's our receipt. This was in my drink that she talked me into. This says, I'm just here for the food. This is from the 6x6 paper pad. And then this is the trash can at that resort. And then this was the tip that we wrote. We wrote a real tip, but I wrote that on the bottom of her receipt because she was amazing. And I just made this little pocket so I could tuck that in. And I mean, it was a simple layout, just this woodland paper that matches this same brand, and then just kind of tucked things around and made this not really a pocket, but I made it to where it kind of fanned out. And then I finished the book off. I'm going to move this so you can see it a little better. I finished the book off just recently. And I used this Pluto paper because he's a dog and dogs are animals, and we're in Animal Kingdom. And this was my finishing page, and it journaled a lot about when we were going in and how excited everybody was, and some quotes of things that people said, and little things that we did that weren't necessarily journaled in the book. So I just journaled, and this is EK Success Disney paper. So is this, and maybe this one. And then this is from Keller's Creation, which is acidfree.com. So is this Mickey Mouse head. And then I did another one of the little pockets. And then I just tucked in every animal sticker that I had left over in little different places, because I thought that would be a good way to incorporate them, finish up this Animal Kingdom book, and use some of the stash that I will probably not use, and I didn't want to throw it away. So I like the way it looks, and I think that it is cute, and I love that I have all of this information that I may forget when I am old and gray. Oh wait, that's now. You know, just the little things that you don't necessarily remember. You know, you remember sometimes the big stuff. But so there is that. That is all of these fabulous pages. And in all of that, my friends, I found one boo-boo, one set of stickers that have fallen, and it was only a couple of letters, and I will go through and fix that. So there it is. So tomorrow, maybe, or very soon, I will do the rest of them. Like I said, I have 8. I have one that has Hollywood Studios and our resort, because we stayed at the All-Star Movies, so I thought those would go together. And I have one of Epcot. I feel like there's something, nope, I think Epcot is by itself. I have 2 of Magic Kingdom. I have one that is travel, transportation, and like our travel down there and back, and then the buses and different kinds of transportation there while we were at Disney. And then I have 2 Star Wars. One is all about Galaxy's Edge, and one is just for the Rise of the Resistance. So we had a really good time in Star Wars. So, you know, I scrapbooked a lot about it. So in the end, I had over 300, I think 318 layouts between all of my books. So this is just the beginning, and I hope that you all will come back. If you have questions about anything you saw, please, please, please send me a message in the comments, and I will do my very best to figure out what something is, or where I got it, or how I did it, or whatever your questions are. And if you'd like to see some more of my layout shares, then I will post them here. I will probably be titling them Disney Layout Shares, Album Look Through or Flip Through, and then like this one will say Disney Springs and Animal Kingdom, and then the other ones will say Star Wars, Magic Kingdom, whatever. So anyway, I hope y'all will come back, and I hope y'all have a great evening, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.